right there. We're going to work on that one little passage. Try to play it like this. Have that first finger come right back in after. So you're going 1, 2, thumb, 1.
Wait.
Thumb. Remember it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Right.
What was I doing?
You were doing. You want to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So you're gonna keep going after that. Yeah, you're just going. There you go. Yeah. Does that feel better? Right.
And I was doing this.
Yeah, right.
So I need to go. Okay, let me try that.
Now you're making the song.
Okay. Right now.
Right. Forward, reverse, roll,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That's a D7.
You got it. That's your D7.
Okay, so I'll work. I think we've spent enough time on that. I'm gonna go over the last 3 chords where I'm screwing up, and then we've probably spent enough time on this song.
Okay.
I know what I'm listening for because I'm gonna go play it back and say, okay, this is the way I gotta sound. But does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that what we want to do?
No, find out
We don't want to waste a whole lot of time on
I
this.
appreciate that. Where your
Okay, so the G goes like this, and it's gonna be. I'm hitting the wrong string.
Right.
That's what we want, right?
I think you're hitting. Well, let me see how I wrote it. Let me see here. Because you're talking about when you do this turnaround here, right here. Call that turnaround. So it's a. See, where are we here?
This one right here, the G, it's open.
Okay, right. It's open. So it's index, middle, thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're hitting your thumb's on the 3rd string.
Right. So I'm hitting the wrong one.
Yeah. There you go.
Right.
Right. There you go.
That's the sound I'm looking for, though.
Right.
Okay. I'm trying to do it without looking at them, see? Because I can look at them and do it.
Right. Yeah, so it's you're basically doing the same pattern on the upper 2 strings. See, watch my fingers here.
That's when you go into the.
That's what's happening on the D7.
Yeah, right. And then to go over I'm assuming the last G is you were showing me the 3rd string, pitch, 3rd, pitch.
Yeah.
How does that sound for you? Okay. Okay, that's an easy one. But stringing them all together is like, oh
yeah.
But so the biggest thing I got, we just talked about, was my roll pattern wasn't quite right. It's like I got to do more like this. What was
Yep, you're getting that first finger, index finger has to come right back down.
That's what you're looking for?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just.
You think this guitar's jump that's coming at it too?
No, it's just that it's because it's being played and it's being tuned, so then
Okay.
banjos are just notorious.
So, alright.
Mm-hmm. So, there you go. Okay, that's it. You got it. No, you're doing fine. So yeah, just that little. Yeah, you got it. So let's see, what was that? Let me just show you the rolls. So here is the alternating thumb rolls. It's the first one.
Okay.
So let's look at it. We got. And I can't really be.
Don't worry about getting on the camera, because I'll figure it out on the tablature.
Here it is. The main thing is get that middle finger to come up real fast.
The thumb.
The middle finger.
The middle finger?
Middle fingers, banjo players tend to have a lazy middle finger when they start.
Yeah.
Which is funny, in a way. So you want to get that middle finger up involved. So, okay. Then you got your forward reverse roll, starting on the G. Okay. You have your index lead roll. Index lead because you're leading with your index finger. Then you can lead with the middle finger. Okay, that's what's called the Dillard roll. You know Doug Dillard, famous banjo player? Okay, and the Reno roll.
And the idea is just keep going, just around the clock on that, basically.
Okay.
And throw some C's and D7s in there?
Yeah, throw your C's and D7s wherever you can.
Okay.
And then forward roll. Variation than the forward roll that you've been doing.
Okay. And then that's written down on there.
You're starting with a thumb.
That's written. You've got that down there on the tablature, though.
Yeah.
That was the last one you
That's
did. The forward roll.
Yeah. If you learn those rolls, we can start going to town here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, in the interest of time, what are we at here? 10 after.
You know what? Stop wherever you want.
Well, I'm always good for more than just a
So I don't care. I mean, because you challenged me with the snuff stuff to get through. I mean, I've learned it's like, well, I want to get this down and I'll get this down.
Right.
But it's like, at some point in time, I'm like, I knew this wasn't sounding right, but
yeah,
you know.
Let's see. So what I was going to do is kind of introduce you a little bit to the backup, playing. And it's just something that most of the time, you're in a group of people playing, you're going to be playing backup most of the time because someone else is going to take the lead, or they call it a break in bluegrass, and then another instrument will take the lead, and then another instrument, and then it kind of goes around the circle, and next thing you know, it comes to you, and then it's your time to jump in and start playing, boil them cabbages down.
Yeah.
But a lot of time you're spending just playing backup. Okay, and the backup on the banjo is kind of we call it like a boom chunk kind of sound. Okay, because banjos are sort of limited. We can't really, you could do it, but it's going to sound more like ragtime or something like that. So you want to take, for example, and if you try to play open strings with backup, there's too much going on. Okay, so you're after those short bursts. See that? Boom, boom. And all that is it's like a pinch. You're hitting a bass note and then hitting the rest of the chord.
Let me see what you're doing.
Here's a C chord, for example. I'm hitting the fourth string,
And then the other
and
three.
then all the other three with my, and I'm doing what's called a vamp. I'm hitting it, but I'm not leaving my finger down. I'm going, so watch my left hand. Hear that?
Yeah.
So as soon as I hit it, I let off.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah.
Try that. See if you can get that kind of feeling.
So,
And you can just use a C chord like I am. Just bar. You're basically barring
right there?
the fifth
yeah.
fret, right?
Right there?
All the way to the fourth string. All the way to the fourth string. You want to go up?
Oh, the fourth string?
There you go.
Okay.
Boom. Now get your hand in position. Put your fingers up here. Get your just like you're doing a roll. Just like you're doing a roll.
Yeah.
Okay, now you hit your fourth string, and then with your thumb, index, and middle, you want to hit these three strings.
Oh, all of them?
All of them.
Okay.
And then at the same time you hit it, you want to let off the pressure on it.
Oh, okay.
See, it's kind of teaching you to be a little rock and roll here. So,
Yeah. Okay, let's try it.
Yeah. Bump, boom.
But am I hitting all three the 3, 2, and 1 string?
Yep.
Oh,
You're hitting-
because I'm okay. I get it. Okay. So
Right. But you want to it's kind of a coordination thing. You want to.
I almost had it,
You
huh?
want to hit it just long enough.
Okay. Wait.
Almost. Just hold it a little longer before you let go. Yeah. Don't worry about the fourth string. Just try those three right there. Yeah. Yeah. But go ahead and just hit them. Just go ahead and hit them. Let them ring. Nice and hard. There you go. Okay. Now in the middle, after you hit those, then let go. Now let's hit them first. Boom. Yeah. And what happens when you let it go all the way, okay, is you end up making a chord by sounding the notes because you're letting go of them. So all you want to do is release the pressure.
Oh, okay.
It's like you're putting your foot on something and then letting it up, but you're not taking your foot off. Get your middle finger in there now. Middle finger's not happy. Get your middle finger. Here, see, okay. So
I wonder if these things are in the wrong.
I think they're okay, but you want to get your middle finger. And this is so you get your anchored fingers. Now your middle finger should be there. Index finger should be there, and your thumb should be a little bit over there. So you have a little bit.
Oh, I get it.
Look at
Okay,
it as
okay.
a
Oh, I get it.
diagonal.
I get it. I get it.
If
Okay.
you get your middle finger under your index, you won't be able to come up.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you want a diagonal.
I get it. Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Yeah, but don't let go so quickly. Let it ring for a little bit.
Okay.
You want to hold it down real good, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't let go all the way. So let's try it
Okay.
again. Let's try it again. There you go. See that? There you go. Yeah. Yeah. You're not letting go all the way. Okay. So you.
Is that it, Jim?
Yep. Yeah. And you want to let it ring just a little bit longer, just a nanosecond longer before you release the. There you go. See how it's just a timing thing?
I'll work on that.
Right. And then, so you can take your open string. And you go up 2 notes. It's going to be your D, right? Right. So you can do. Here's your G. So while you're doing that backup, boil them cabbage down, make those biscuits brown. The banjo's doing.
Oh, there's like 2 banjos playing there.
Yeah, or another instrument would.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
So that's the idea behind playing backup. It's that kind of a boom, chunk, chunk. And I'll tab it. Do you have the tablature from last week? Because I can. Yeah. So I can put that on that bottom line, these bottom 2 lines. So I'll do the boom chunk kind of backup for this.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to learn, right before I go, we're going to learn the G chord that's closed, a closed position. Okay. Again, the banjo's tuned in G, so all you got to do is play like that and you're in G. But it has a lot of sustain to it, so it doesn't work very well when you're doing backup because you want those bursts. So, if you play this chord and it's right there, you take your ring finger and you put it on the 5th fret.
This.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, right there. And then your middle finger goes underneath on the 4th fret.
Right.
And then your first finger goes on the 2nd string, 3rd fret.
Holy shit. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you get those. Can you make those notes sound? You start on your 4th string. Yeah. Right. Now your lowly pinky wants to get involved. So you put your pinky right. Just put it right down where it naturally wants to go.
Oh, on the 1st string.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So when you're thumbing 4 strings at one time, one of them's got to do 2. Right? Right?
Which one? If you're
So you're.
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing 4 and 3 are all thumbs.
4 and 3 are all thumb.
4th string and the 3rd string, I use the thumb. Right. So that's your G chord. See that? It's a closed position.
What does that mean, closed? It's a different sound?
Closed.
It doesn't, it takes the ringiness out of it, doesn't it?
That's exactly right. It's closed because you're fingering a note to make the same notes you would open,
Right?
but you don't have the sustain. It gives you a little more control because they're closed notes. Now you can also take anything closed, you can move up the neck. The same position can move to another place and be a different chord.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you go, here's your G, right? And we were playing C right here, remember that?
Yeah.
You can take your G chord and go, oh, I can go all the way up G, A, B, C. See that? So now you're playing a C chord, the same position, but you're playing a C chord up here.
And that makes it a different, it makes it an A?
It would be G. Here would be A, because that's half a whole step up.
Right.
Here's B, and here's C, because there's no sharp in B. So it's like D, E, F, and then
Now when you say 5, you're not talking about the 5th string, are you?
no, 5th fret.
Oh, 5th fret,
I'm
okay.
playing with your thumb.
Okay.
Just keep repeating that. Right? That's what they call that boom chunk. It's called boom chunk. That's what you kind of listen. That's what you're kind of going for with the sound. Boom chunk, boom chunk, boom chunk. You want to, well, it's on the thing, but you want to play the note, and then release. Just lighten up on the string, not let go completely, but just lighten up. They call that a vamp. So you're going to do that boom chunk, boom chunk, boom chunk. Okay, that's your G. Over here's your C chord, so you can make those notes 10, 9, 8, 10, 12, 11, 10, 12. So if you do that, you can play Boyle and Cabbage Down, and
You've actually,
your hands never have to leave the
I'm
banjo.
way lost. I'm way lost.
Okay, well, I'm just going to hold it out there. I'll show you. So it's right?
Mm-hmm.
And then D. And then back to G. Got that? Just work on that chord, that position. And get used to playing it.
So this is a C, right? No, I'm doing the
That's
G. But what are all these numbers again? I was
Okay,
like,
that's your 5th fret.
the 5th fret,
4th
okay.
fret on this 4th fret on
Yeah.
the 3rd string. 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And then 5th fret on the 5th.
Oh, that's my finger positions.
Yes, your finger position.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. That's what the tab is here.
Okay.
And I made a mistake, actually. It's not that you mentioned it. So, okay, right?
Oh, so I've got a finger on the 5th, 2 fingers on the 5th fret, 1 finger on the 4th, and 1 on the 3rd.
Right. See that? And when you make that chord, you can take that chord anywhere on the neck.
And I'm just playing the 4 strings in succession on it.
See how I'm doing that? I'm not going like this, right?
Right.
I'm going. And that takes practice, so you're gonna have to work on that. That's why we're doing it. It's gonna take a while to get that feel.
This is the C. And then what was it? This is the G, that's the C, and that's the D.
Yep.
And these are like you said, these are the frets all the way down to the 10th. I've never gone down there.
10, 9, 8, 10. 10, 9, 8, 10.
Okay.
12, 11, 10, 12.
And you're calling that the finger positions on those, that's called
They're closed position.
the closed position.
Okay. Okay. Just another way of looking at the banjo chords without open strings.
Yes. So I get now. I mean, I understand that this is where my different fingers are going to be on the frets.
Mm-hmm.
Is it kind of self-explanatory to know which finger goes where on the fifth, the third,
You
the
will,
fourth?
once you make that chord and memorize it, then your hand will always go there.
Hey, let me take a picture of that. All right.